Greetings!
Greetings.
I thought I'd take the greetings for this one.
You can take my greetings and use them. Run away with them.
We are going to do, myself and Monsieur Chapman, are going to do an Origins of Tone video. Because of course...
Bum, bum, bum,
Yes.
bum.
Back in the day, if you were a professional gigging guitar player, typically speaking, you would have had the choice of 3 brands. You would have had more brands, but the 3 big ones, the ones all the cool cats were using, would have been either a Fender, a Marshall, or a Vox. And we've got 3 fine examples of that. So Fender have had the longest legacy of making guitar amplifiers out of all these. Dear old Leo, back in his radio repair shop, even in the 40s, was making amplifiers. The first Fender amplifiers came out in the early 50s. The Bassman, absolute monster of an amplifier, came out in the mid 50s. So we have a 59 replica Bassman here. It's a 4x10, 40 watts, but it ain't no 40 watts like you've ever heard before.
You know what? It's quite a serene, odd experience sat here wearing earplugs, waiting to be ruined by the volume.
So anyway, so we have a Fender Bassman. Now, it's quite an interesting timeline because...
Well, that's 50, what, 6, 57? 55.
Yes, I think so. This is a 59 replica.
59 replica, okay.
Yeah.
That comes out.
The JTM 45 was the first kind of Marshall amplifier that those guys started making, and legend has it, it was born of the Bassman. So people were, Jim Marshall was seeing guitar players using Fender Bassmans, but they were very difficult to get hold of over here at the time. So he started with his team making kind of his version of it, and due to the difficult availability of components over here, of the components used in a Bassman, he changed components and essentially that became the Marshall tone.
Different valves, wasn't it?
Yeah, most people think about, I think, that the fact that this is EL34s than 606s, but I think we've done other videos that maybe prove that that's probably the least part of the fact, the difference in the tones. But anyway, so that's JTM 45. That again is from the current Marshall series of reissue amplifiers. We're running that into the classic 4x12 green backloaded cabinet. Again, imagine the very first cabinets that Marshall made, I think, for Pete Townsend were 8x12s. But of course, they were so impossible to take anywhere, they got cut in half and became the classic 4x12 as we know it. Over here, not too far away from Marshall, but a few years before, so in the late 50s, you had the Vox came up with the AC-15. I think that first came out in, I think it was 58. And then shortly after that, probably its more famous bigger brother, the AC-30, came out in 59. And again, this is a modern replica AC-30. This particular AC-30 from the modern lineup now does have reverb in it, but I've turned that off and I've gunned the master volume to try and replica, if you like, the old AC-30 sound. If we have a look at the floor.
Only original giant pedals may be on our floor now.
Well, yeah, we've got this red one here is going to switch between the 3 amps. This is like a replica of a sort of a color sound fuzz made by Jupiter Effects. Then we've got a fuzz face, a Jimi Hendrix fuzz face in the middle, and the little one on the end, the Naga Viper, is a top boost. So again, the idea being probably the most famous Vox tones, driven tones anyway, as a top boost pedal into one of those.
It's interesting to me, having now had the opportunity to listen to all 3 in a row, that the Vox is by far the brightest with that real mid-focused sound, that Brian would have chosen to add a top boost to that really bright sound already.
Anyway, we need these because I don't understand. I mean, I do understand that back in the days that these came out in the 50s and the 60s, PA systems in venues ain't what they are like nowadays. No such thing as like 20 or 30,000 watts of power at a venue. You were probably trying to sing through some sort of 100-watt thing. So all these amps were designed to make a bucket load of noise.
We're so loud that Pete came in and told us you can't play very much. Only play little bits of guitar.
I know.
It has to be shred. Just Lydian dominant.
I think our nearest neighbour is in another house that's at least 30 or 40 metres away. And even now we're still loud enough that we're a bit worried we're going to upset them if we get too loud for too long. So, hey, let's do... So, let's do the Fender Bassman with a Fender Telecaster and no pedals.
Ready?
Yeah. We'll do sweeps of the top of the amp so you can see the settings it's on at the moment. It's not even on full volume.
It's a very physical experience, isn't it?
It's
you
absolutely
really feel
mad.
it.
Should we colour sound fuzz it?
Yeah, colour sound
Okay.
fuzz it.
Oh my life. I'm not sure I like that with it, to be totally honest with you.
That's really for, like, put it back on again. Like single note riffs, it thickens things out and makes them more acceptable for riffing.
Can I 335 into a woo?
Say when.
Man, it's moving a bucket load of air.
I love the feedback you were getting, Lee.
That was just... I'm playing all the wrong riffs on all the wrong guitars and amplifiers. That is the Bassman. Should we
move on to the
Should we
Marshall?
move on? Okay, here is the JTM 45.
Fuzz me, buddy.
There's air coming out the sound holes. I've got my arm like this and I can feel air coming out of this guitar. That is crazy.
It sounds beautiful.
What's it sound like with the colour sound?
Let's try it. I'm a bit nervous. It's so painful. Sounds like
Cable. Oh man.
Peter's going, that's enough.
I even said
I have
sorry.
never felt the floor move like that in this room before. That is insane.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Is it any wonder that everybody fell in love with these? I mean, it's just a crazy experience. So, right, what do you want for the Vox?
What about this one then?
Oh, so appropriate. Maybe not. You might as well stay with that, hadn't
All
you?
right, I'll stay with this if you want.
Yeah, or the telly?
Give me the telly.
Give me the telly.
I turned the volume off in case the buzz would go away. It's not going away.
Can this foot switch do all three at once?
But could it do the basement and the Vox at the same time?
Can it do two at once? Do that again. Oh, yeah, okay.
These earplugs aren't enough.
Imagine if we didn't have them though. I can't take it anymore.
I can't take it anymore.
But
I'm selling all my amps and buying these.
Basically, I know what you all want. I can tell. It's what I want, and it's what Rob wants.
Is it that tally into two of these?
All three. at
All
once.
three?
All three.
How are
at
you going to
once.
manage to do that?
I don't know, but we're going to find out. Hey, okay. Okay,
Okay, you ready?
Go, go, go.
I can feel the inside of my ears resonating
Now
painfully.
to 114 dB. Let me see if this guitar will take it a notch louder. We've got to 114.6 decibels, officially the loudest we've ever been in here by a mile.
It is frankly too loud for earplugs.
Give me the
so
cable.
we're going to play very, very quickly. You ready?
I don't want the fuzz face on. I just
Okay.
want pure, unadulterated.
Okay, do I
Les
reset
Paul.
this?
No, just hold it roughly there.
Okay, this is very scientific. You ready?
Yeah.
Right, so Can we turn these off?
I don't care.
I can't. What?
I need a holiday.
Oh my god. That is so loud. It shook the earplug out of my right ear, and I had to hold it in with my little finger.
That's it. I don't think we need to talk anymore.
No, we don't need to talk anymore.
Well, how loud did it go?
It didn't retain the information.
So-
but it definitely reached 115 at some point. So at least 115 decibels.
Excellent.
Do
Rory,
not try this at home.
Please put a slide on the screen now of what 115 decibels is the equivalent of. I can't remember. Is it like a rocket or something?
It's like Captain Lee and Rob Chappers and Andertons. That's what it's like. I've been Rob Chapman.
I've been the captain. Yay!
Yay!